Alright, so, in between the events of last video and this video, a lot has changed. So basically, if you're not aware, I think I made a post about this, but I'm not sure. I was basically on vacation, the literal day I uploaded the most recent video, the, update video. That same day, I went on vacation for a week, and so that video is like 2 weeks ago, basically. And so as I was in Jacksonville, where I vacationed, which, if you're not aware, is basically the, like, model city that this is, my city's going after. My city is Caesarsville, and the one, it's modeled off of is Jacksonville, Florida. So, while I was down there, I had an awful lot of thinking time, thinking about my city and whatnot. And I was not happy with the urban layout of the world. I didn't like how I had organized things. So, after giving it some thought, when I finally got back home, I redid the world. I kept the builds, but I redid the order in which the builds are made, which is kind of confusing, so I'm just going to show it to you before we begin the actual subject of today's episode. So, as you can see, we have the highway here, which was originally the place where, I had the barrier, the sound barrier and the trees. I had that there, and then I basically got rid of it and have reconnected the suburbs up with this area. I'm gonna put on screen an overview area of the area I'm wanting to build. It's basically just Jacksonville Beach. And if you look at that area, there's a lot of highways and, like, large roads that have a lot of urban things on it, such as the Waffle House, Taco Bell, and then the building behind me that I don't know what to call, as well as the hotel. And, they kind of, like, line that, and then behind that, after a block or two, is basically the, suburbs. And so that's kind of what I'm going for here. So as you can see, that's what this is. I've already worked on the, adding of vehicles to the highway. So, as you can see, we have a Pepsi truck here. This is modeled off of two designs, and then it's actually got a little interior to it, which, I rather enjoy, you know. I think that's kind of cool. I'm playing with photon shaders, by the way. Am I saying that right, photon? I think I am. Then you have a nice little car right here. Over here, we have a FedEx, which is FedEx. And we have a Rehaul, which is U-Haul. So I've been slowly populating this road with cars, as well as, you know, you have the Waffle House over here. There's actually a third car I got rid of because I didn't like it. I started work on the interior of this Waffle House, but I'm yet to actually do it. And then, of course, all of this is the same, except over here, you've probably seen it already, there are power poles. I'm very happy I added these. They add a lot of character to the world. I rather enjoy them. And then I've seen this technique of building people out of walls. So you have the bottom wall legs, and then one, and you use a debug stick or something to just do this with them. So it looks like they have arms, and then you add a head. But this, I also updated this, so this little tree right here. This is a Timmy Tom's, which is a Jimmy John's parody. This is the best my brain could come up with. Timmy Tom's. It looks like Tim My Tom's, but that's not what it says. That's the closest I can get with signs. There is no interior, and it uses these ancient wood planks from Nifty. Now, in my last that's free cam. In my last video, I said that I was planning on switching over to Forge 1.20.1, and I have finally followed through with that. We are officially on Forge 1.20.1. There is a chance in the future I eventually move over to NeoForge, which is becoming increasingly popular in the modding community. I have no idea what the modding community is about. Now, I have done too much talking about the rest of the city that this is looking like an update video, when it is not. This is meant to be a build showcase. I'm just I'm clearing the air. The car wash is back there. You can see it over there. We finally get to the point of today's video, the Dunkin' Donuts. I decided I would be nice to the people in the neighborhood over here and build them a Dunkin' Donuts, and I was. Now, you've basically just seen the entire build, but there is an interior. So, let's actually, look at this thing. So you might have noticed, this is probably the first thing you actually saw, besides to the billboard. The outdoor seating, I just added some umbrellas with the signature orange and pink. Now, this isn't actually called a Dunkin', this is called a Dippin' Donuts. I thought that was pretty good. And then I added some art of a donut over here. There's a trash can, some bushes. I actually used rubber leaves and hedges to create a bush effect over some mossy black sand. So those three textures work pretty well together. And then of course we have some vending machines over here. So that's pretty much that. And then over here, another trash can. You have the two signs, I guess. This is actually modeled off of a real place I found on Google Earth. I just tweaked it a little bit. I will see if I can put it on screen right now. Little bush over here. We'll have some outdoor seating. Assuming I put the image on screen, there's a ceiling to floor glass wall. Ceiling to floor. Okay, I'm making sure I said that right. And that's what I built here. I used 3 different types of glass using the connected glass mod. So I use connecting, I use clear, and then I use the regular glass in the game. So you get this effect whilst all being the same. I rather think this is smart. It is raining again. It keeps raining in my world. I don't know why. I have not been able to stop it from raining for like a millennia. It's insane. It's been raining a lot. But we get these cool puddles, and I like the rain, so, you know what? We'll keep it for now. Also, the plane is up there. So you come inside. You have some seating over here. This is a bit of a dull corner. I will add something over here eventually. I just don't know what. Probably like a coffee area, like an area where you can make your own drinks and stuff. But until then, this is a dull corner. You have the lights and stuff. Very harsh, very bright on the eyes. There's a lot of them too. But yeah, you have some seating over here with restroom. I will go over there in a second. You have the counter. If you've ever been inside of a Dunkin' Donuts, I said duck, not dunk. If you've ever been inside of a Dunkin' Donuts, you'll see that little counter. They have the donuts behind. I basically tried to replicate that the best I could. So, my bad if it looks weird. And then, of course, we have 2 cash registers on either side of the counter. And then they pass food back and forth here. So, then, of course, you have the menus. We're going to stay in the employee section and go over here, where we have the restrooms. Nothing special. You have, men's restroom. There's just some toilets and a sink. And then, same thing for the women's bathroom. It's only slightly larger. You get the idea. So now we're going to move over to the employees only area. So this is the break room. I rather enjoy it. There's a little kitchen area. You have a counter, some drawers and stuff, a toaster, a microwave, even a little oven, a sink, you get a fridge. And then some counters for cabinets. This is the warehouse. We will go over to that in a second. This is the employee bathroom. This is the largest one, and it's basically the women's bathroom, but bigger, I guess. So now we're going to go over to the warehouse, and we're almost done with the build. My build tours usually, that's freaking, are usually pretty short. We have some crates. I found out I can open these and put stuff in it, so anyone who wants that, that's in there. That's fun. That's cool. Then, of course, you have the forklift. Now, I'm going to briefly go outside over here for this one, just to show you guys. So, Nifty Blocks actually has their own forklift model, which, oop, I keep doing free cam. Now, to me, it's not actually accurate to the player size. I don't get how I could sit in that chair. You can't even, this is the closest I can get to it, so I just didn't like it. It felt very, I hate to use this term, but on Minecrafty, I don't like it. So that's why I did not use it, in case you were very familiar with the Nifty Blocks selection of props. So I built my own. It's modeled off of a design I saw, but I added some tweaks, which, you know, you can actually get inside of it. So, yay. Fun. And then, of course, you have some shelves. You got more crates over here. Then you have the garage doors, which are kind of like the area where a truck would load donuts in and out of the building, which is why I built this little box truck right here. I used Big Text Writer to do this. It has like all of this and stuff. We used the retro text, and then of course glowing. So yeah, it looks pretty good in my opinion. Then of course you have this little blue car, nothing special, and this little white truck over here, which basically copy and pasted that one over there. So in this area, I actually did make sure the cars were lit up a little bit, so their lights are on. But they're at a light level of 10, which I used using this menu. So I wanted to do that because eventually I didn't build it in time for this video, but I plan on adding a, you can't even see where they like end, okay. I plan on adding a little back road over here, and you might have noticed this gray area. There's a little fence and everything. I'm planning on building a store here, like a small convenience store, and there's going to be a road that goes back here that trucks like this one would go in and out of to drop stuff off. Ooh, that's some thunder. And then speed limit 30 sign, which I guess is on their property. I don't think it is. You know, very, very pleasant. You know, my shaders make this incredibly dark. So, I'm going to end it up here, I think. I think that's where I'm going to end the video. That's pretty much everything. Yeah, I just did a little interior and just kind of a little update on everything new in the city. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed the build, if you enjoyed the video, just, yeah, leave a like, subscribe. Helps boost the video, helps boost it in the algorithm, and gets more people to see my content, just because, you know, it's a good feeling when you get more people to watch your videos. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.